Good morning, young kings. Time for your morning motivation. This one is probably gonna be a difficult one for me to do. Um, Coming with a hard heart today. Heavy. It's the heart of a king. It's difficult. I know I just did the video a few days ago about the strong will endure. You got to be strong to endure. And as I mentioned, these videos are more for me. It's been like therapy and taking you on this journey that I'm in life and just kind of navigating through it. This one's hard. I didn't know that I would have to apply it at the rate and the pace that I had to apply what I had just spoke. So I just ran 7 miles today, and it felt like I didn't want it to end. And I set the target at 7, and we may come back to that. But so I do this video, and I know I'm kind of stumbling. I'm not even going to apologize. We're just going to continue to get through this. But I do the video on Wednesday, and I'll go running whatever the distance I ran, and then I do the video about enduring. I'll go home, shower, and then I get ready and try to work. I work about an hour from home at Fort Custard. So I get to my desk and sign in, do my email thing, and then go around, check on some of my soldiers, just making sure all is well and we're on track for the day. And I get a text on my phone. And it said 2 words. 2 words that could just shake your whole continent. Just 2 words. It said Roe died. This dude has been my best friend since 3rd grade. And and this cousin Cliff texted me, but in my mind I'm thinking, who just texts somebody this shit in the morning? Dude, 2 words. So I'm looking like, what the fuck? Dude, really? What do you do? I'll call him. Speak up, what the fuck? What the fuck you mean? What are you saying? He's like, he gone, Drew. You think people gonna live forever? You never imagined, you know how fragile and frail life is. And sometimes we get arrogant and we think that it's gonna last forever, but it doesn't. It ends. I wasn't gonna run this morning. I mean, I've been heartbroken and crying the last 2 days. I stayed up late last night drinking, and man, don't even remember going to bed. And that alarm went off at 5 this morning, and I don't think I could have got more than 2 or 3 hours of sleep. But I wanted to run. So I set the distance at 7 miles. Just wanted to run 7, you know. 7 was symbolic of, God after he created everything, all the creatures and beings of this earth and everything that existed. After he did all that, he rested. He looked back and said it was very good. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to symbolize what God had gave me as a friend. Because Ro, he was a very good friend. Very good. I feel like I was telling Cliff last night and Ali, like, I feel like I lost my biggest fan. Like, you have friends, that they're fickle. I mean, me and Ro, we go back. I mean, we have fought, made up, and I mean, we're young. It used to be physical fights, and then as we got older, it was just like, hey, we stopped dealing with each other for a period of time, but we were just always friends. And like I was saying, like to Ro, I was saying to Clip, I feel like I lost my biggest fan. Many people don't know, like, me and Ro, we were supposed to join the army together. And he backed out at the last minute. And, and his route went drastically different than mine, but we still was best of friends. And shortly after I went into the army is when he shattered his ankle. So I've been in the army 26 years, and this dude been walking around in his boot for 26 years, limping. But he's been there. And I said my biggest fan because a lot of people will talk well of you in your presence. But Rose, one of the people who, like, that dude was so proud of me. That dude was, and he would tell me, he's like, Drew, I'm so proud of you, man. I love you, man. I love what you're doing and everything. And not only did he tell me, but he would tell everybody he got a chance. There's a saying out there that says, especially when I became a pilot, it was a saying that said, how will you know if you're talking to a pilot? And they say, because he'll tell you at some point in time during the conversation, they'll bring up that they're a pilot. But I can even add to that, like, or you got a friend named Romaine. There's so many things that this dude used to brag on me about to friends and to things like my best friend fly Blackhawks, my best friend this, my best friend that, my best friend been here, my best friend, and it's like, this dude used to broadcast me to everybody he came in contact with. And how do I know? Because eventually when I met people, they was like, oh, you Drew, I heard so much about you. And this dude was just uncut. Just uncut. We just had the little thing at my house, and obviously Ro had a lot of friends, and I know Ro got a lot of love for a lot of people, and love is eternal, love is God. So Ro loved a lot of people. I know I didn't monopolize Ro love or diminish the love that he had for other people or other friends, but I know the love he shared with me was monumental in my life. I mean, it was amazing. But as I was saying, we had this gathering at the house and having some drinks and just cooking out. Yeah, man, there was some people there that I never met. Ro had some friends and that came over and stopped by and wanted to pay tribute. But the thing about it is, like, they knew me. They would come up to me and like, you Drew, you Lieutenant Colonel. And I'm thinking like, man, I've only been promoted like within the last few weeks. And they know already. Dude I never met. Never seen in my life. Like how do you brag on somebody that much? How do you love somebody that much? How do you talk about somebody that much? Like, sometimes I be feeling like it's so unworthy to even be bragged on. Like, you tell bro, I'm just a man, just. And Ro's like, nah, man. Man, you my hero. I'm so proud of you. You don't understand how it feels to lose your biggest fan. So as I'm running today, it was hard. You know, God just was bringing all kind of memories back. Over the 30 plus years we've known each other. And it got to a point where it's like, I know I only wanted to run 7 miles, and it felt like 6 miles came too fast. And I was like, Lord, I don't want this to stop. I had to slow down. I would have run 7, but 6 came too fast. So I slowed down the pace and just wanted to kind of take in some of those memories and how it impacted my life. I just didn't want it to end. And then, you know, the lady comes on a little Target thing, says, "You almost there." And it's like the finale of us, like, no, I don't want to be almost there. So I started walking, like, slow it down. Slow it down. It's not supposed to be over. It's too soon. We got more miles to run. We got life to live. And it just felt so painful. So I'm walking, and even that seemed too fast. I just, like, almost like how you wrap up 35 plus years of friendship, and how do you just see, like, it's too fast, it's too soon. It ain't supposed to happen. It ain't supposed to be like that. Like, so I get to the 7 miles, and I just stop. I stop my tracker, and I'm still not back to my car where I parked at. I still got a little ways to go, but I had reached the target, and you know, I felt like God was granting me permission, like, hey, your race with Ro has concluded. This is as far as he go. This is where he get off at. Like, this is his exit. Like, but you still got a journey ahead. I still got more running to do. I still got life to live. But my biggest fan is gone. I remember, you know, Ro, and remember when his mom died. His mom died, and Ro was 18 years old, a young man. I had just graduated basic training, and I came back to visit, and I went over to see Ro, you know, and Ro had just ran to the store, but his mom was there, and she was like, Drew, this gonna be your last time seeing me. She said, I'm so proud of you. You know, you and Romaine, y'all still friends, and you know, you're a hard person to be friends with. And I was like, what you talking about? She said, next time you come home, I won't be here. I was like, oh, I said, you gonna be here? She said, no, seriously, sit down, like, I won't be here. And she said, I want you to make me one promise. She said, look after my son. He said, that man think the world of you. Like, be a friend to him. And now he's back with his mom. That dude, I mean, my family know Ro. And I'm not just talking about my local family. And Ro been in Alabama, my friends in Louisiana, my friends in DC. Me and Ro been across the globe. Like, so many times I had to travel somewhere and I'm like, Ro, what you doing? Let's roll. And he'd be like, Drew, you know, I ain't got no money, but if you got me, I'm rolling. And man, we went across the map, just traveling, you know, just having a good time. And I remember, like, just recently, the last party we had on my birthday. Ali was just telling me this last night, and we was reflecting on it. And the thing about it, like, this party that I'm referring to is like, it was probably the straw that broke the camel back on a broken relationship between my wife and I. Like, I think that was her final draw. But I just bought this house, and we threw this monstrous birthday party. Monstrous, I mean, good time. And I don't know if our relationship recovers from that sin of, you know, all we did. And it was just, I mean, it wasn't explicit fun, it was just inappropriate for me being in the state that I'm in. So, but Romaine had the time of his life, drinking, partying, just whatever. It's like, and Ali was like, Ro pulled me to the side. It was like, yo dog, I'm the life of this party. I'm the one making this thing go. And that's how he was. Like, if you know my personality, I'm kind of an introvert, extrovert, but Ro in himself is like, that dude was the life of the party. And that's why I enjoyed being around him, because he was like a contrast. Like, he knew how to have a great time. He knew how to really live his life, and just, I mean, you're gonna have a good time. I remember sometimes back in junior high, and people used to come up to me, and girls used to say, man, you can have so many friends if you didn't hang around Ro. Ro had that type of personality. Either you loved him or you couldn't stand him. And I think I did a bit of both. There was times I really loved him, and there was times that we just fell out. But I was telling Cliff, not only did I lose my biggest fans, I got friends that, you know, that are extremely encouraging, and, you know, that are very powerful in my life. Like, and this statements I'm about to make is no indictment on those friendships, because those are awesome friendships. But me and Ro, like, we fought. You know, we fought, we made up, we fought, we made up. I got friends that I never fought with, that we just clicked from day one. We was just smooth sailing. I mean, those are amazing friends and amazing times. And those friends that I have like that, you know, we have never fought like that. You know, we have never um, had that type of knockdown, drag out discussion or altercation over things. So we have never got to that point. And the beautiful thing about me and Ro relationship is that we've been battle tested. I don't think relationships endure anymore. I don't know in this day and time if a friendship can endure what me and Ro endured as friends, because now when altercation comes, it's like it's a cancel society. People don't make up. They don't forgive. And you know, me and Ro, you know, like I said, we fought a lot, but our fights was like between us. When he got out to his friends or whatever, Ro, you know, like I said, he would brag on me. Like, even when he mad at me, he was, you know, be like, my best friend's this, my best friend that. Several times after work, I'll just pop in over Ro house. I don't know where I'm gonna go now. I'll stop by and Ro would say, hey, Drew, I'm glad you came here, man. And he'll be arguing with somebody and he'll be like, hey, tell him this is this. And I'll be just like, or he'll be like, Drew, we was just talking about you. And we was talking about what happened, you know. And Ro was the type of friend that he would, you know, he was concerned about me. Like, he would ask me details about various different things in my life just so he can have his story accurate when he told someone else. So it's just like that amazing friendship. Man, I didn't want to be this strong. And it talks about, you know, your strength, God, is made perfect in our weakness. I just said that Wednesday. And I feel extremely weak. But God gave me comfort. He will continue to comfort me. He took me to 2 Corinthians 5. And it talks about this earthly tent that we dwell in. It says, for we know if this earthly tent is destroyed, that we have a heavenly body that cannot be destroyed. Like, and it goes on and it talks about in this tent we have, like, we groan, there's pains. And that's an indication that you're yearning for your heavenly body. It didn't say we speculate or I think. It didn't say, you know, maybe. It said, you know, Paul was saying, for we know. It's that element of surety and certainty. Like, it's not guessing. This is not a hypothesis. This is the knowledge. And me and Ro prayed several times. I'm not gonna say that this dude was no saint, because Lord knows neither one of us was. But man, so it talks about groaning and yearning, meaning that this tent will dissolve. This will pass away. And then it goes down, and it talks about to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. I remember Wednesday I got that message, and I drove back from Battle Creek. I'm flying like, man, doing like 100 miles. You know, Cliff is like, we at the house, the examiner's on his way, and I'm like, Cliff, is he dead, or is they working on him? Is it he gonna be revived? Do I need what's happening? He's like, no, Drew, he gone. You know, they worked on him for about a half hour, and that's it. So I'm driving, just flying there, and I pull up to the house, and he's still in the house, and they're coming down. So I see him being carried out of the house on the stretcher. And I just go put my hand on it, and his body was just like, it was starting to get stiff already. It wasn't stiff all the way, and I just felt like that tent was vacant. That tent was vacant. Like, this dude is running now. Like, there's no more boot on his foot. No more limitations. No more setback. No more heartache. This dude is resting. So what do you do with this morning motivation? I don't know. I would say that value this side of the grave, and that those that God entrusted to you. And although that party might have cost me any hopes of reconciliation with my wife, knowing what I know now, seeing my dog popping bottles and having the time of his life, I don't think the cost was too much. I'll pay that again. It cost me a lot. But Ro, your friendship was worth a lot more. Knowing that was gonna be our last time together, you were the one that kept the party alive. And I love you for that, man. Romaine just told me, like, just this year, right before his birthday, he was like, Drew, man, my birthday's in January all the time, and it's snowing outside. I need to I'm gonna have to start celebrating my 6-month birthday. And what he told me, like, there's always bad weather on my birthday, and then everybody get those summer birthdays, they get to go out and do things and this and that. He said, I need to start celebrating my 6 months. Man, you know, it's been about 6 months since his birthday. July 15th. Dude, you got your summer birthday now, man. We'll toast to you. Love you, bro. Rest easy, King. I gotta continue to run. Although I don't know how. Thank you, Lord, for entrusting him in this friendship for 35 plus years. Thank you. Make it a great day, Kings.